add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Brian Anger getting the call on the 4th down punt. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Ball taken in at the 36. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. First down, ball at the 36. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring up. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on first. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here we go.
Takes the handoff, now Love. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Set. Go.
A first down carry for Pacheco. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he gets this forward to the 19.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Go. Ready.
Shotgun now for Love. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys have a great first drive and get the game's first points. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Aubrey Good on the point after. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Levis from the shotgun. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Like 54, like 54.
Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Like 54, like 54.
Again, a run with Pollard. Across midfield to the 45. Along this sideline inside the 25. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
18 rattle. Set, ready.
Play fake, it's Love. He's got it deep downfield. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys need only one to take the lead. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, they go with Pollard. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Malik Hooker with the tackle. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. From the gun, Levis. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. They'll go with another punt, which brings Brian Anger back to the field. Fair catch called and taken, but hang on there. There's a flag on the field. Well, if there's an avoidable penalty, Brock, that's probably it. He just didn't let him make the fair catch, and that's going to help their field position considerably. A chance to get off the field goes by the wayside. The defensive penalty keeps him out there. Now a give left side to Pacheco. Has room down the left sideline. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys grow their early lead to 13. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Levis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trying again, following the sack. Hauled in by Musgrave. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. It's a 2-score game early. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Like 54. Yeah, like 54.
Shotgun now for Levis. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. They give to Pollard from the gun. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Like 13. Like 13. 29 down. 22 Rita. 20 Rita.
From the 33 on 2nd down. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
The offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to throw, Levis. Completes this one to Kraft. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Working quickly here. 1st and 10, it's Pollard. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Space on the right, and he's got room. And the Cowboys will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Ready up.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Ready. Go.
Here's Love to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Love now on 3rd and goal. And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys stretch their lead to 21. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the give to Pollard. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Offense in the hurry up here. Levis here on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's 2nd down.
49, right 20.
Here's Pollard. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Throwing is Levis on 3rd down. Quick slant taken in by Dobbs. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Packers driving ahead. Brian Anger on now to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. He has it at the 13. left sideline, and he's off to the races. At the 20. And no offense needed as they take the return all the way back for the touchdown. They have him back there because of what he can do with even the smallest sliver of daylight. And for my money, Brock, there aren't many plays more exciting than seeing a punt return for a touchdown.
You know, it kind of reminds me of the playground back in the day, right? You're playing tag, and you just can't get to that guy. He's just making you miss. Whether it is, I don't know, Devin Hester, Dante Hall, the human joystick, or Cordero Patterson, those elite guys, you just can't bring them down.
And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll take it out to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing is Levis. Headed out right. This is Reed working the right side. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. Still fighting forward. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers chop some of the lead off before the half. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Returning it from the 16. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's out to the 38. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Love from the gun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. He's got him. That's Pacheco. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. New set of downs for him from the 46. Love to throw again. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jair Alexander with the stop. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Love out of the shotgun. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the red zone now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Ready.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Ready. Go.
One final shot before halftime. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys piling it on, going Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. Kickoff taken at the 13. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 37. Dumped off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Diamond.
Levis from the shotgun. Reed's got it. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Running right, here's Pollard. And defenders are there to get him at the line. That was Michael Parsons making that play. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 now. This one taken in by Kraft. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Play stopped by Damone Clark.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
On the play fake, it's Levis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. The Packers take their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. The Packers send out their punting unit. Brian Anger, the one to send it away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he drives this forward until they bring him down at the 38-yard line. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. It's Pacheco again. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by Quay Walker.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Love. That's caught for the first. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff, now Love. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Running up the middle, Pacheco. Jukes one defender. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Finds his man, Rice. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Gay's kick is good. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Levis now off the play fake. He puts some power on a deep one left. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's a short gain of 1. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. The Cowboys have it, hoping to close out a victory and advance another round. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Set up. Check
A give right side. Here's Pacheco. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's brought down for a loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. On the carry, it's Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And this one gets out of bounds. It was pushing some distance towards the goal line, but gets out at the 5. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, 24, Linda. Flat grenade. There we go.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Completed over the middle. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Levis now on first down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Throwing is Levis on 3rd down. Completes this one to Kraft. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
29 down, 22 Rita.
Levis here on first down. Able to get it to Reed. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Hey, 24 Linda. Flat grenade. 22 Linda. 22 Linda. Tracy. Diamond.
Levis throwing again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Right side 4. Odd. Canada.
From the gun, Levis. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Chased out to his right. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing now on first down, Levis. That's Reed on the slant. And they get this down to the 28. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun now for Levis. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, that proves they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. With enough looks, eventually, one's going to connect.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Like 54, like 54.
Levis back to throw. Running in the red zone. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down from the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Here's Levis. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that brings up 3rd and goal. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Packers just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They'll go Levis. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Packers putting up points in a game decided. Jaden Reed the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. I think the Packers got to that one. The refs agree. Packer football. Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Right back to Pacheco. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Oh, and they're going to have the fullback drawing power for it. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Come on, set.
Love from the gun. He finds him beyond the marker. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
So close to getting off the field. But the fourth down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another fourth down.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They kneel it out, and that's it. They're going to be playing in the NFC Championship game.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.